Hello and welcome to our Dungeons and Dragons live play series. I am Efka, your dying for a barber master. I mean, dungeon master. I'm sorry, my hair got the best of me today. And and with me, I have my miscreants, cohorts, and nincompoops. Nincompoop number one, won't you introduce yourself?
I am the nincompoop known as Elaine.
And nincompoop number two,
I am Emma.
nincompoop number three,
That's got to be me. I'm Paul.
and nincompoop number 84.
I'm the bottom of the barrel, a discount nincompoop, Ross.
Fantastic. That's
my elbow,
four
sorry.
nincompoops and one man in a desperate need of a haircut. Broadcasting live Dungeons and Dragons for you today. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing great. A couple of things I wanted to touch on just before we started. First of all, there's a weird thing happening in the world right now. It's specifically in England, which you might not be familiar with, which is the fact that pubs have reopened everywhere whilst quarantine should still very much be in effect, and a lot of people are unhappy about it, including me. I'm very unhappy about it. I really like pubs. I like going to pubs. I wouldn't recommend anyone going to a pub. Stay at home today and, be nice to yourself, your health, and to others people's health.
Hang out with us. It's better for your health.
Yeah, hang out with us. Having said that, today's adventure will be largely taking place in a pub, and thematically and narratively
It was
is
by
surrounding a pub.
accident.
So that's pure happenstance and coincidence that was set up way before we knew any of this was happening. So just to let you all know that's it's nothing to do with anything that's happening in the real world right now. Having said that,
Nigel Farage will not be in our adventure.
we also have a couple of donations from Sam Ryan and Gergo Schmidt. Thank you very much for your donations. If you wish to donate to support this D&D live stream, there's a button below whether you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch, and all donations will go directly to our cast. And with that, let's go to the start of Chapter 2, a beginning of a new adventure for these nincompoops.
Is that our official band name?
I would prefer
The Nincompoops.
compatriots or companions or something like that, But
You keep using the word nincompoop after
Yeah.
no one else.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
If you have a
Are
preference,
the nincompoops
you have
getting
the
a
power.
previously on?
yes, they are getting a previously on Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Our companions, not nincompoops, were tasked by Volotham Gadam to find his missing friend, Floon Blagma. After searching the dock ward, they found a captured Renner Neverember, son of former Open Lord of Waterdeep, Dagald Neverember. Together, they descended into Waterdavian sewers, and after a gruesome battle involving oozes, brains with legs, wizards, and tentacle-faced monstrosities, they recovered Floon and brought him back safely to Volo, who, as it turns out, didn't have the promised reward, but instead presented an alternative offer. In lieu of the promised fee, he offered them the deed to Trollskull Manor, a historical tavern in the northern ward of Waterdeep. Now, where we begin today is very, very ungodly early morning as you get out of your cozy beds in the current tavern that you are residing, which is not Trollskull Manor, it's still the Yawning Portal. And you have agreed to meet Volotham Gadam in the northern in the castle in the northern ward, where he was going to give you part one of his tour or your tour of Waterdeep. He promised you to show around the northern ward, which is where your manor is, but also at noon you will be traveling to the castle ward to sign away the documents and transfer the deed into your name, and the tavern will be officially yours.
How could this possibly go wrong?
It's
couldn't.
very early morning, so it's already going wrong.
Yeah, all right. No, that's fair.
Yeah, there are currently no patrons. There's no one making breakfast yet.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's too early. It's like 6 o'clock
Where
in the
can I get a
morning.
McMuffin? No, 6 o'clock.
See, that's
isn't
where
too
it's
early.
going wrong. We were waking up too early. That's the first
Should
thing.
we just go back to bed for a couple of hours and?
Well,
I wanna
Volotham
roleplay
imparted
going back
that
to bed.
it's very important that you meet him by some place called the Cliffview.
Yeah, I can see
bright
where that
and
is on the
early.
map.
Just like to make a point that Rogan is currently just sat in the corner sulking like a large toddler because he doesn't like the mornings.
I don't think Aris likes the mornings either. If there's nobody actually serving, I mean, I find that a bit
Nothing.
crazy because there's got to be people who get up early to.
No, it's just
You know,
too
Is the
early.
kitchen
This is 5:30
open?
in the morning. No, the kitchen is
Getting
not.
early.
Six just now.
I mean,
yeah.
you can hear noises in the kitchen, right?
They didn't have very accurate.
Can I
clocks
go look in the
that
kitchen?
era, though, right?
You can go look in the kitchen.
Is Bonnie there?
No,
could you
Bonnie-
get me
Bonnie's
a bit of
is not
bread,
the
some
cook.
bacon, maybe?
Rogan, wait a second.
Bonnie's not the cook. She works at the bar. She does not work at the kitchen.
Yeah, but maybe she was already here.
No, she works in the evenings, and right now there's no Bonnie. There's just a very angry halfling who seems to be swearing. I'm not going to repeat what he's saying.
It's too
lot
sweary.
as he's cooking a bunch of eggs and
Yeah.
getting buns out of the oven
Buns.
and all of that is happening and he doesn't even pay any attention to you standing there or anything like that. He's just running around. He seems to have 8 arms at least at the same time. Not really, but the illusion is there. He's just,
8
moving a
arms.
pan, moving a pot, tossing an egg, flipping it round, lands back in the pan. Why? Nobody
Why is he
knows.
panicking so much? There's like no one awake.
I mean, I want to offer to help because we need.
Who triple flips an egg?
Well,
That's a good question.
I mean, this person does. It's just part of his
Show off.
repertoire. Right, you said you want to offer some help, right?
Yes.
You are met with the clang of a pan as soon as you utter a word. He looks at you like that. How dare you interrupt me making breakfast?
Maybe if you flipped your eggs less often, you'd get more done.
Listen, I have 2 hours till I have to serve this to everyone. Get out of my kitchen right now.
Okay.
He seemed very
Fine.
angry. And
Yeah,
and-
I'm leaving.
Yeah, no,
I think
I'm not
Aris
giving
is
him a smile or anything.
no.
From-
just having dry rations for breakfast, I think,
Can
out of my
I-
backpack.
Can I steal a tankard from the kitchen, please?
Steal a
Theft.
tankard from the
Yeah.
kitchen.
Well, not steal, just like borrow. You know.
Theft.
I mean, that's
Borrow.
just the word that you're using, but the action that you're actually doing is stealing a tankard from the kitchen.
I mean, sure.
Temporary possession.
Yeah,
Okay, considering there's not many people around,
and he's busy.
yeah, and there's one guy that's incredibly busy and not paying a lot of attention. Okay, give me do you have a relevant skill? I'll need a dexterity check from you to.
I mean,
you
like,
Sleight of hand.
Just look for tankard theft on your list of skills.
no, I mean, it's stealth will do, but also
There are
if
games
you have
that-
something
that
more
would have that.
appropriate, like
I guess stealth because no, I don't have anything more. A
or,
performance.
no sleight of hand or stealth would
Performance.
work. No, it's not performance, Elaine. You're not performing. You are stealing.
Yes, I am.
You are
because
stealing.
I'm gonna juggle 3 tankards, and as I juggle them, I'm gonna pocket one.
That's a really hard thing to do. Trust me.
I'm gonna do.
Marche, is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Is that really what you're doing?
Yes, I'm going to do a juggling.
Okay, so you wander into this kitchen.
Juggle, juggle, juggle.
No, you pick up 3 tankards
And an egg.
and then an egg.
And an egg.
Where from? Because
He
there's
said he had
there's-
eggs.
He's frying some eggs,
Yes.
right?
He
And
must
there's a
have
tray
more
right
eggs.
next to him.
From the tray.
this big metal tray,
Of eggs?
iron tray
Of eggs.
of eggs. There's about, I'd say, 40, maybe 60
I
eggs in
just want
there.
just the one egg.
And you're going to walk up to him and take an egg.
Yes.
He might not be looking like directly at all of the eggs all the time.
Yes, that's what I'm going to
I mean, are you trying to steal this egg, or are you
No, I
just
just
brazenly...
no. I don't want to steal the egg. I want to steal borrow the tankard.
Okay.
This is an elaborate scheme.
Yes, so I can get my performance in. You see, my early morning performance is necessary.
Okay, my question to you, Elaine, not Moshe,
Yeah.
is, are you intending to just take this egg?
No, I'm going to put it back afterwards.
No, you don't understand my question. My question is, are you just going to take it? Like, are you...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, you just pick up the egg. Okay. So you brazenly pick up the egg. And you grab 3 tankards from the kitchen whilst this angry
I can see
halfling
this
is
might
cooking.
not be going well. Yeah.
And you are planning to juggle the 3 tankards and the egg.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Give me a performance check
Yeah.
with disadvantage.
At 5:30
Why
a.m. This is like the
disadvantage?
who gets out of bed and starts juggling?
I mean, if you have to ask that question, something's gone wrong.
9. Oh, no, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13.
It's actually not bad.
That's
you. I am an
genuinely
excellent
not bad.
juggler.
Um,
Emma was doing the music then as well. So
Yeah.
that helped. I should have got like some sort of +1 or something for that. Like Emma's
Bardic
doing...
inspiration.
I was
Juggling
doing it.
music.
Gina wasn't doing it.
Sorry, yeah, Gina was doing the juggling.
No,
music.
Gina
Yeah.
was not doing it. Emma was singing the song for you.
Oh.
so,
Oh,
Fourth
right
wall's been
then.
broken.
so the halfling, who's cooking in the kitchen, the master chef of the Yawning Portal.
He doesn't look like a master chef.
He looks very much like a master chef. He is.
How many times he flipped those eggs?
He's
That's
got
true.
That's no regular chef.
he's got like a oil stained apron and.
Well,
you
that
know,
is the deal, right?
Yeah,
If you're a
yeah.
master chef, you
The
have
better
to have
chef you are, the more you spill. That's
absolutely.
a fact.
He's got he's got a hat, not like a chef's hat.
Ooh.
He's got like just a white like cap covering his hair. He's got really
Quite
hairy
nice.
arms,
Okay.
like really hairy arms. I mean, you just a lot of hair,
Okay.
and it's just everything's flying everywhere. And suddenly he realizes what's going on, turns his head to you. You stand there juggling 3 tankards and an egg. The egg starts to slip through your fingers. The yolk starts to run, but the tankards you're still juggling, right? The egg sort of flits about from your arm to your arm and becomes progressively smaller as you complete the revolutions. And the juggling revolutions,
Okay.
and
I mean,
he just
wait. I can't like in real life. I can't juggle. Do things get smaller as you juggle them
That's
more?
not. I can juggle, and that's not what happens, right?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, have you juggled a fried egg before?
It's not fried. No,
she
it's a raw egg.
Fresh egg in a shell.
No, I told you that the eggs that were accessible to you was a tray of 40 cooked eggs.
No, you didn't
You
say
didn't-
cook.
You said 40 eggs, so I assumed they were eggs in
I did
shells.
imagine complete, coherent, shelled, uncooked.
Yeah, I think we all
Fine.
did,
Farm
Afghan.
eggs.
But
Okay.
DM rules, right? So they were. I was juggling a fried egg.
You were
sure,
juggling a fried
sure,
egg.
okay.
Because that's in my mind, how silly this is. And obviously it's slipping through your fingers.
Sure,
Yeah,
okay.
because you're juggling a fried egg.
Yeah.
You didn't have access to good eggs.
Okay.
They were in storage,
Okay.
right? You only had a tray of fried eggs.
Okay.
The
And
good
3
eggs.
tankards.
The good
And
eggs
the
uncooked
chef
ones.
is just staring at you in utter bafflement, shocked, astonished, not knowing what to say. Eventually you finish your juggle and go, ta-da!
Yes.
And he just looks at you and says, "Get out of my kitchen. Now."
Please don't put the egg back. No, just
Oh,
And then he mutters to himself, I swear these people drink way too much in the evening. And then every morning this nonsense happens. One day, one morning, where I could just cook some eggs uninterrupted.
I apologise profusely. And have I got the tankard though? Did I get it?
I mean, sure. You slipped
sweet.
away a tankard.
Phew. All of this just for
Why?
to steal a cup. Okay. I sort of back out towards the doorway and leave my friends to do whatever they want to do.
Fantastic.
I was out of there when he was being so grumpy, so I missed the whole.
No, none of you saw that.
Yeah.
I think Aris is quietly eating his dry rations and having a simple breakfast and is far too groggy to certainly have that level of energy at 5:30 in the morning.
Rogan's still very much sulking.
Oh. Perhaps an egg will help you.
Oh, what? Food?
Oh.
Have some food?
Put it on a plate first, at least.
It's not exactly on a plate. No, it's more on my shoe.
There seems to be quite a bit of. Is this grit or like pepper on this egg?
That's
Maybe a
floor.
bit of both.
That's a bit of floor. That's just been on the floor.
Looks a bit. Doesn't look like a good egg.
Rogan, you can't tell whether it's grit or black pepper.
There you go.
Rogan's just going to eat it anyway.
Delicious.
Oh, don't do that.
It's going to be like he's going to chew on it and eat it a little bit, and then just spit out some pebbles that are just little bits of grit there.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask you to make a Constitution check. Saving
Well, that's a
throw.
relief.
But you know,
That broke the 3-second rule for sure.
I
I
mean,
don't suppose you could get me another one of those eggs, could you?
I don't think so, no. Sorry.
You can go in the kitchen to get one. Just ask the chef. If you show your name, you will get one. I'm sure. He would certainly appreciate your.
I've heard the shouts. I've heard the shouts coming out of that kitchen. I'm not sure I want to bother the man.
No,
Clearly,
no.
clearly
Can
got
I
a lot on his
deception
plate.
him then?
Yeah.
Don't think he's so happy at this point.
Well, Aris didn't go inside. I know the chef. I went inside. So
you have
You trying to do a deception on me?
yeah.
there's an angry
that-
dog barking outside.
Can we do that? Can we do that, our dear DM?
Can you do what?
Can I do a deception to tell Ross he can ask for an
Gina's
egg?
trying to trick Rogan into going to the kitchen to get an egg.
I mean, go for it. It's an opposed check of some sort. If you're okay with it, I'm okay with it. Propose checks that you would like to make, and I'm totally cool with that.
Well, I want to make a deception check.
Give us a roll.
Yeah, and I think Ross, that would be a perception check probably for you
Yeah.
opposed. Yeah.
You're screwed.
Wow.
I rolled a 17 plus 4 is 21.
I got 15. So give me your best. Give me your best.
I already did that.
Okay, just use my name and go in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe you're right. And Rogan
don't
seems
fool
to
Rogan.
like cheer up a little bit at the prospect of not only his name carrying some kind of favor, but also the prospect of more food. And he kind of like cheerily gets up and shuffles off towards the kitchen. And,
Fantastic. Rogan enters the kitchen and emerges back from the kitchen 10 seconds later with a little bump on his head.
We're going to get banned from this establishment.
Worth it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, dear. Does anyone know why we have to be up this early to have a meeting?
No, you were told by Volothamp that he's got a surprise for you, and you have to meet him at 6:00, which is rapidly now getting later and later. You only have 20 minutes left, and there's a long walk ahead of you.
Where are we going? Where was this meeting again? I can't remember.
A place called the Cliffside in the North Ward.
I think from memory it was the cliffside in the North Ward, everyone. Maybe we should go there.
Well, I have my boots on. I'm ready. I've had a breakfast without incident, so
Felt like a brag.
I think we should probably get going. I think the chef would appreciate us to. We're close friends now, and he asked me kindly, very kindly, no violence involved at all, that we depart the premises.
let's go then. It's not too much of a walk, and it's summer, so I imagine sort of the sun must be up early, and the weather is hopefully good.
The sun is about to be up. It's still sort of dawn-ish, but dark dawn-ish, if that makes sense. You feel like the sun's about to rise very soon, but it's still very much dark. You would need like a lamp in the street, and
Rogan's got it's got night vision, dark vision. Sorry. Mm-hmm. So he can see fine.
You're not troubled.
I can. If people want to follow me, that's all right. I'll lead the way. I can see pretty clearly at the moment.
Aren't there street lights on?
Sounds good.
Yeah. You have to cross about half of Waterdeep on your way to Cliffside.
Oof.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a long trek through mostly empty streets and not much happening. At one point, you see a wizard carrying a bunch of books on a floating disc. Not carrying himself, just a floating disc. He passes you by and gives you not much attention. You see some of the city guard marching towards one of the gates, and you see some of the dray cab riders setting up the horses and getting them into reins, and the city's sort of coming awake, but it's that early coming awake where you see the earliest people rise, where the majority is still in bed or maybe making a hot cup of tea or just getting ready for the day. So it's definitely
Are there any like bakeries or anything open?
You haven't passed one yet.
Okay.
But I imagine that there is definitely a bakery somewhere where you would be able to get a decent loaf of bread or maybe something even nicer.
Nice.
Along the way. You reach Cliffside just as the sun is about to set.
Set.
Sorry, the sun. Rise. Yeah. Sorry, rise.
Shit, we got lost.
Yeah.
We just went to the southern ward and then walked around. We took a ferry to Deepwater Isle and then
Rogan's fault. Rogan's like, follow me. I know where I'm going. No.
Never going to do that again.
It's an FK brain fart. It's fine. Yeah, and you feel like you are right now in the best place in the city at the best time in the city because you've never seen a view quite like this. Let me paint you a picture. So Cliffside is on the eastern side of the North Ward and on the eastern edge of the city. Now the city is normally surrounded by a wall, but this part isn't because the wall goes into a cliff and you are at the top of it. Underneath the cliff, there is the Undercliff, as it's known, but that is a region outside of the city proper. It is mostly farms and fields and hills in the distance. The view is vast and beautiful. It's a dreamy landscape, the likes of which you haven't seen in Waterdeep for quite a long time. You're not surprised by that because some of the taverns and establishments you've passed along your way just nearby looked really fancy and really expensive. Just not necessarily something maybe you would want to be affording right now.
But we could if we wanted to.
But
I mean, Rogan could.
Rogan maybe could, yeah.
Rogan's kind of looking around and just kind of like, quiet. There's like a little, his eyes have moistened a little bit, like almost like there's tears in them. as he's around. He feels like he's more around his kind of people.
You hear Volotham's voice saying, "Welcome, my friends, to the North Ward, a region of Waterdeep that you are now proud residents of." He certainly knows how to make a pitch. This is perhaps one of my favorite views in the city, although, as you know, Waterdeep, it's the city of splendors, right? But I think this is the finest splendor of Waterdeep. Just seeing that in the morning, it puts something in my heart that I can't quite describe, but it makes me feel good about things to come. Do you not agree?
Is this why you asked us here so early?
Yes. Yes. I did promise you a tour of Waterdeep, and this is how every tour should begin.
I see.
Is there any breakfast?
Breakfast,
Is
yes.
there food in the tour?
Well, funny you should say that. There's some fine taverns in this region, but they're not open yet, so we'll have to breakfast. Yes, we'll have to. Well, I'll be honest with you. I didn't quite think that through, and also right now, still waiting for the royalties from my book, so I can't really quite afford breakfast.
I have dry rations. I have traveling food. I have the equivalent of trail mix and granola bars. That'll. Yeah, I would have thought you would have all. Do you not all keep snacks?
Rations.
When you travel.
Yes, I do a lot of the traveling.
And some dry things or something you can sort of rustle up with boiling water. You don't. None of you.
I do.
Dry things.
Gina does.
I mean, I was on boats most of my early life, and
see, that's practical. Why not like her?
So my loot has a secret built-in compartment, but I'm not going to show it because it's secret. But Have
you been hiding snacks from us, Gina?
Yeah.
A
I like that
snack
secret
pocket in
snacks
your loot.
compartment. That's really good. It's good and it's practical.
No wonder the loot sounds so terrible.
What? That's Marche say that out loud?
No, Elaine says that.
Okay.
because Gina didn't sing any tunes for me when I was trying to juggle.
Yeah, because Gina wasn't in the kitchen anymore.
Oh, okay, fine. All right.
Well,
you had a tour for us and a surprise.
And snacks.
Well, yes. So I just wanted to show you a few locations in the North Ward, just to the south of here. If you're ever looking for a nice place to have a walk or a picnic or just anything to do outside in the nature, you could go to the City of the Dead.
Oh yeah, that's
Sounds
on my map. That looks more like a necropolis.
Well, no. That is Waterdeep's graveyard, but it is vast and big and full of wonderful shrubberies and
Does it have
trees
snacks?
and it's just lovely in the summer when the weather is nice, and there's all these mausoleums that I've been spending far too much time surrounded by when I was doing research on Volo's Guide to Spirits and Spectres, which I still have.
It's even bigger than the market. I've heard.
Huge. I imagine it's probably very old looking at this map.
Are you okay?
Oh no, yes, I'm fine. Just the book is on my mind.
Can I make some sort of like insight check? Or
Yeah, you can.
to make sure see if he's okay.
Yeah,
If he's
yeah,
telling
go
the
for
truth,
it. Yeah.
Really. Mm-hmm. Is it insight?
It is insight. Yes.
Blast. 15.
You can tell that he's worried about his book.
Okay.
He's a writer. It's his livelihood, and he's clearly struggling with writing.
Okay, but that's all. That's all that I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But let's not linger for too long. Let's go northwards to the Sword Maiden.
Oh yes, I see. I've seen this place around once or twice. I've been past here. This is fancy.
After about a 5-minute walk, you end up near what are one of Waterdeep's one of the Waterdeep's giant statues. You've seen one of these in the dock ward, the man with the shield. This is a similar statue. The Sword Maiden is also poised in a stance of sort of battle, but you can see that many chunks of this statue are missing. Volo says, "Yes, the Sword Maiden, much like the other statues in Waterdeep, it has appeared out of nowhere and started wreaking havoc. This one, however, did a lot of damage to the Northern Ward, and the residents didn't take as kindly to it as in the other locations. And as you can see, there are many parts of it missing. And if you just observe some of the houses over there," and he points to some of the green and orange houses, which seems to be the color theme for the North Ward. You can see like parts of stone from that statue have been used as a kind of maybe like a patching tool, like if they needed to fix a wall or something like that, because the houses have clearly been damaged. And some of them had parts missing of it. So it seems like at some point in the past, people have went to that statue and chipped away rocks or whatever and used it as a kind of a just patching material, if that makes sense.
So wait. Did I hear you correct when you said the statue appeared out of nowhere?
Well, yes, as all of the Waterdavian statues, nobody really knows why they appeared and why they started attacking the city, and also nobody really knows why they suddenly just froze inert completely out of nowhere, mid-motion. It's an utter baffling mystery, and some say it's because it's part of the spell plague. And but honestly, some of these statues have appeared later than others. There's a time difference, and nobody knows the reasons why. Some even as early as 10 years ago.
Okay, well, 10 years is still 10 years, so hopefully that means nothing is going to suddenly happen tonight.
Is it exactly 10 years?
It's, oh, no, I wouldn't think so, no.
All right, well, that's an interesting new part of local history I didn't know about.
Onwards, further north. And he starts, trudging along, and
I just want to say I think your book is going to be an excellent success.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Book. I didn't really want to think about that right now.
Oh, sorry.
But onwards north. As he says that, you don't need to do this because you hear it. But could the other three of you give me a perception check?
Ooh, that's not bad.
That would be a 5 for Rogan. He's hungry
and oblivious to what's happening.
Would you
really
just like some of my dry rations?
Is that a 20?
That's a natural 20.
No offense, Aris, but I wouldn't feed that to my dogs. And
Wow.
But you'll eat an
Don't
egg
have-
off the floor.
Wow.
I won't criticize your eating habits if you don't criticize mine.
Wow.
All right. Well, I mean, my perception's 16, which is quite good, but it's knocked out the park by Gina. So
Yeah, well,
sorry.
you both
Oh,
noticed
that's
this.
great.
There's a half-elf man who is sort of, I wouldn't say chasing after you, but he's clearly spotted you. He's quite far away behind you, and he's sort of waving his arm as if beckoning you to stop. You can hear this very well because he's shouting, "Mark! Mark, is that you, Mark? Mark, is that you?"
I don't know who's talking about.
Is that a friend?
I have no idea. I don't know them.
He-
I have no idea.
Seems to. That's your name.
And
Looks like he wants your
sorry,
attention.
I'm sorry. My name
Mark
is not,
Document!
No,
Hi.
Is that you?
Yeah.
that's
that's
not.
him.
No, that's that.
He's
I,
here
No,
with the-
no.
Hey, well, no, hold up a sec. I think someone needs to marche.
Thank you, Gina. Yes, Marche. It is not Mark.
Mark, I thought you disappeared off the face of the earth.
Hello.
Listen, Mark, you remember that potion you sold to me 2 years ago? The potion...
I have never seen this person before in my entire life.
No.
But he knows your last
No,
name.
Mark, do you not remember when we used to play in the market when we were little?
No. No,
You remember
no,
me?
It's pleasant to... he's probably a fan of Rogan. That's what he's here for.
Mark, it's me, Stephen Drum.
You're having trouble here.
Our mums used to know each other. Your mum used to come over and borrow sugar all of the time.
It's probably probably a fan or something.
What's this potion?
In my life.
Potion.
What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Stephen Drum.
Stephen Drum.
Stephen, nice to meet you.
Mark, 2 years ago, sold me a potion of shrink feet. You have a look and notice suddenly that the size of his boots is quite large. It's just actually astonishingly large boots.
I see. So, I say to everybody, just give me a little tick of a second, and I shall be back with you. Righty-ho. Yes. So I go up to, what's his name? Sorry?
Stephen
I
Drum.
go up to
Can
Stephen.
I eavesdrop this conversation?
Huh?
Can I eavesdrop on this conversation?
Yeah.
You can make a perception check if you
not?
like, yeah.
Perception 17.
Cool. We'll keep that number in mind if Marche is trying to be particularly coy about it. Yeah.
So I say to him, all right, Stephen, I'll have a butcher's at your feet, but please keep stum in front of me new mates.
Mark, you sold me a potion 2 years ago. I had to pay you 10 gold pieces. That was all the money I had for the month.
Sure, whatever. Just take the gold and skedaddle, please. Please do not embarrass me.
But what you're giving me 10 gold?
Do I have 10 gold? Probably not, do I?
We didn't.
Got a lot of nibs and shards and dragons.
Yeah, we did. I haven't got 10 gold. But what I do have, hang on, let me see what I do have here. I have got a vial of grey ooze.
That's good.
Sorry, a what?
A vial of grey
Give him
ooze.
a brain leg.
Or a
I'll
purple
send him on his
brain
way.
leg. Let's, yeah.
Grind that up and
so
fix your feet.
So, right, I haven't got your dough, but I have got these, and I offer him.
Well, you sold me a potion 2 years ago and said it would work.
But these will work better than any potion that I ever sold you before. Just take these, please.
Give me a check of some sort. It's definitely
No.
Deception, I guess,
deception.
maybe?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Yeah,
that's
okay, I
the
can do
best.
deception. Is 21.
Whoa.
Why
Last time Marche
it looks so
deceived
green
someone
and
like that.
gooey and disgusting.
Green?
Yeah,
Should be grey and purple.
it's changed
It's
color by
green.
now. Yeah.
He's colourblind.
Fred, I'll just one second more. I'm right here, right there.
He keeps looking at this potion. He's never seen anything like it, you know? Like the substances in it look nothing like the shiny bottles you've presented to him before. This looks like the real thing.
Yeah. You can trust a mate. You can trust a mate.
How do I apply it?
Just put it on your feet and wrap them up. And in the morning, you'll be bright as rain. Your feet will be the size of conkers.
All right then.
That's not good.
Mark,
I don't know how big he wants his feet. Maybe he wants them bigger. I don't know.
Mark,
Yeah.
you always knew how to help a mate out.
Yeah.
Oh, good on you, Mark.
It's nice to meet you again, me old China. see you around.
All right, Mark.
I got to get back now.
All right, Mark. I'll see you later.
And I walk away as fast as my little legs will possibly carry me. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? It's lovely to see an old chum. What?
How much did I hear of that conversation with my 17 perception?
Were you trying to How?
I mean,
All of it.
not really. Like, I just didn't want. So it was more about embarrassment than anything like secret.
Well, hey, Marche, or
Hello.
hi. Why did your accent change?
No. I was
Huh?
just, with friends, you have these little pet names for each other
Well-
and pet ways of talking. Like we have little jibes at each other. Gina, I say you can't play the lute. You say I'm a terrible
What did you
artificer.
say?
Well, that sort of business. We do that, don't we? We're friends, we're chums, we're pals. Old bean.
I don't appreciate you.
It's
saying
because,
I can't.
No, I think you're wonderful at playing the lute and all the instruments, in fact. But you know how we have a little jibe
Oh,
with each other.
what I meant is that was different.
No, this is the same. Old
Can
friend,
I do
old
an
friend.
insight on Marche, because I am now untrusty of her. Him, sorry.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Maybe it's a she. I mean, I am not trusted.
Maybe. Do I have to roll anything to counter this?
I mean, if you're trying to be actively coy, no, I think I'm just letting Gina understand as much as she understands.
Okey-dokey.
16.
16. I mean, so this is. There's only so much I can tell you as a GM. This is for you and your character's judgment to determine. You understand as much, as you can glean, like in real life. Marche has definitely got a troubled past and is definitely being chased by some sort of ghost, but you don't think he means badly. So far, he's
Ghost being
been,
Steven, then.
Yeah. So far, he's been certainly, kind and accommodating of whatever causes that you've launched yourselves into. So he's a companion for all you know.
Okay, yeah, but I'll definitely keep this in. Like, I would understand if Marche would want to pretend to be someone he's not, or try to better himself, or whatever the reason is. He is now pretending to be fancy, quotation marks.
I'm not
instead
pretending
of like
to be fancy. I am very fancy.
I'm not saying this to you. I'm saying this as a general Gina.
I can hear your thoughts, Gina.
Oh no!
So,
No,
Vala,
you
when
knew.
was this breakfast that was promised on the tour? Was there a snack? A snack aside?
I told you I've got snacks.
Don't eat your pebble dust.
I can't, Volotham says, I can't really afford, I told you I can't really afford breakfast right now. Onwards to across the North Ward, he says, is slightly troubled by what he's just seen and clearly understood in what was happening. Here, he says, some of your neighbors, this is the Growlhund Villa, the local lord who lives here. I don't really know much about him, except the house is quite fancy. And you can see that the Growlhund Villa is quite fancy. It's got like a big yard and it's all fenced off and the building's quite nice. And but Volo doesn't stick around for too long as you're passing down Sardoon Street and you're reaching you're just quite close, he says now. We're just quite close to your new home, Troll Skull Alley.
You have the keys for it, right?
Oh yes, absolutely.
How many sets of keys?
Oh well, I have 2 sets of keys, and if you need any,
Okay.
you can.
I'll take one of those.
This in fact, I just wanted to show you. In fact, yes, please. The keys are yours, as I promised.
Rogan's just going to hold his hand out for one of the sets of keys.
The tavern is yours, but you can just see as we are approaching this this place, the first building. I wanted to show you just as we approach from Sardoon Street, and there's a little alleyway, and if we turn here to the left as you're walking along, he's clearly describing where he's going. you can see the first shop in the alley, which is the Bent Nail. I'm not really familiar with the owner, but I believe they make wooden things and furniture and things of the like. And just to the side of it, I would recommend this place. I've been there once, run by a lovely couple of Genasi, Steam and Steel. They're both excellent blacksmiths and do very good work. I have previously encountered them professionally, and they did some work for me, and it was very useful, very good. And look, just over there is the Troll Skull Manor, and he points at Troll Skull Manor, your new home. And if I have sent you the picture earlier, but viewers at home can see an image right now on the screen.
Comes with a bird and everything.
Yeah, it's got a bird and everything.
Two birds.
So this is Troll Skull Manor, and it looks like poo, honestly. Unlike all the other buildings, which are all quite fancy, the green roof has faded into sort of a dirty color of moss, and the orange of the wood has mostly peeled off, and now it's just rotten and kind of a bit mossy and also damp, and it doesn't look like it's in a good state, honestly. And this is the fabulous and historical Troll Skull Manor. Ta-da!
Well, we perhaps should go inside. We should have a look inside for, mold and termites and let's check the strength of the beams and.
Let's not rush inside. There's a few more places I wanted to show you around in the area. There's Corallin's Crown.
Why don't you want to rush inside?
Oh, let's not. It's just I'm okay. Honestly, I'm a bit scared.
But is it? I'm gonna You ghosts book. Scared. Yes. Deed. Is it haunted?
Well, I have been sold with the promise that it was indeed haunted, but
wait. So hang on, a venue that is a town, like you run a town and people come in and they stay or they have food. Nobody's going to do that if it's haunted.
Well, you see,
not nobody.
We don't really know if it's haunted. I bought it for. I thought, my writing with Volo's Guide to Spirits and Spectres wasn't going very well.
Yep.
I thought I would. I heard that it's haunted, and I bought it in an auction after the previous owner has never reappeared. His name was Liff. He used to run this tavern, but it's sort of been just like that for some years now.
How many years?
Oh, a good 5 years now. It's
some years.
Some time has passed. Yes. So I bought it thinking, well, this would be good to get some inspiration and ideas and motifs and themes and spirits. But in truth, I've been too scared to go in because I've realized that I'm actually quite scared of ghosts.
Have you ever been inside?
No.
Eris, perhaps you could check it out. You're quite sneaky. And if there is anything in there, I'm sure you could sneak around it.
Yeah, I'm fairly confident you could probably sneak on a ghost.
Could I take a set of keys, please?
Oh, yes, please. If you want to go in without me, be my guest.
Rogan, perhaps you should keep an eye on this fella.
The key's quite nice. It's big, metal, chunky, iron. It's quite dark by now, but it's not rusted. It's just oxidized.
Sorry, am I watching Volo or our dear friend?
Well,
Eris?
Well, I meant Volo, but I'm not sure if Eris needs a little help.
I'll be quick. And if anything happens that I'm not too keen on, I will be straight out there in a flash. I'm not a brave
Good
person.
plan.
Should I go with you, Eris?
If I actually wouldn't mind company, yeah. If you want to, thank you, Gina. That might be helpful. And 4 eyes are better than 2.
Okay. So, you and Gina insert the key into the door.
Click, click.
It creaks open and opens with a... yeah, thank you for the sound effect.
That was awesome.
Revealing total and utter darkness as all the windows have been boarded up. And just a few rays of light pass through little gaps and illuminate a very high concentration of dust and scattered debris across the wooden tavern floor.
So we've got
stone tavern floor.
The ground floor is like this big open tap room, right?
Yes.
With this bar and all these things, and then above we've got a couple of floors of like bedrooms and guest suites.
Oh yeah,
and things.
absolutely, yeah.
Are there any remains of like candles, torches, or campfires?
There's you can absolutely find lots and lots and lots of trash and debris. Everything else seems to be of any kind of value, of any even remote kind of value. Everything has been cleared out, apart after a brief investigation of the main room, which you notice is it's quite nice. There's like an area for a bar and everything.
But it's quite dark, right? So how can we investigate?
I mean, I presume you have a candle or something like that you can,
okay,
like
I can light a torch.
Yeah, you can light a torch. Yeah, exactly. You have torches, right?
I wanted to do a cool trick, but
you wanted to do a cool trick. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Well, there really are no candles in here.
No, that's fine.
If you have a torch, it works. If you don't have a torch,
Aww.
It's okay.
Do you have a cool thing that will light candles?
Yeah, I can do prestidigitation.
yeah,
It's a tough word.
It is.
Which instantaneously light candle, torches, or a small campfire. Which is just a cool party trick.
Well, honestly, with prestidigitation, I would let you even pick up a piece of wood and illuminate its top if you wanted to.
Okay, I will do that instantly. Like, look, Eris, look! I've got my...
Oh yes, some magic. That's good. It's good. Magic's good. Magic's good. I don't know if I feel great about this place, Gina.
Well, okay, I'll tell you the first thing that you find that might not be debris, which is barrels. Barrels that are full of liquid.
Oh.
What does it
ghosts
smell like?
It does not smell good, I'll be honest with you. The smell is closest to vinegar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
But not the good kind of vinegar.
Oh.
No, that's like the wine that's gone bad or something, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's that smell.
I'd like to sort of wave a torch around a bit on the ground floor and do a bit of a circuit. And from the maps you've sent us, I can see there's a hatch to a basement, which both I'm terrified of entering and also feel I need to enter for the sake of knowing what's going on.
Okay, so you do find the hatch to the basement,
Right.
which is, just behind the bar. And there's little stairs leading down into what is a cold, damp room composed entirely out of, large stone bricks. And you notice a lot more barrels.
Huh.
There's
Do they
a
smell
lot
the
of
same?
barrels. Oh, yeah. Oh, they smell rancid. And they will need to be cleared out somehow.
This is a job. Gina, this is basically, if we own this place, we'll have to, and we expect to use it, like this is a whole job to refit this place and clean it out. And
I mean, I feel like this is a punishment more than a reward. Like,
yep, it's like inheriting debt.
yeah. I mean, we do have a place to sleep for free.
That's true.
So maybe we should check out like the what's it called? Kitchen?
Yeah. Yep.
What's it called? The kitchen.
No, you're right. Let's look in the kitchen and the pantry.
The smell is just
upstairs.
messing with my brain.
Yeah, so the kitchen is actually the best part because there's some equipment left. Like there's stoves and, like wood fire stoves and stuff like that, and they don't seem like they've rusted, like they've oxidized, but they're sort of still working. Probably would work, you could cook on them and stuff like that, especially if you clean them up.
In the pantry?
There's some potential. Well, the pantry is mostly empty, which is, the bad news. The good news is that there's some shelving.
I love shelves.
Are they good shelves?
There's shelves. There's 30. They haven't fallen apart yet.
That's good, so we don't have to build new shelves.
No, you have to build all the other furniture, but you have shelves.
Oh, all right, Gina. Do you want to look at the bedrooms and suites and things upstairs?
What are you?
Can I give you?
Let's get the others here.
Could it be any worse? Is what I mean.
I think it will be fine.
Well,
what it's.
Gina can go and get the others. Aris, you go upstairs. You go into one of the bedrooms. You notice that whilst the bedroom is mostly cleaned out, it has a giant mirror on it, which is nice. And that mirror hasn't cracked or anything like that, so that's pretty cool. But it's entirely covered in dust. And on the mirror, on the dust, are written the words "closing time."
Is that it?
That's it.
You said it with such a suspension.
No, that's it. It just says closing time, and there's nothing more.
Okay. But there's virtually no furniture in here, no beds.
No, it's been cleared out. There's dust, debris, whatever furniture is here, it's been broken and just left lying on the floor.
And the same for there's two. It looks like there's 2 floors or 3 floors worth of different rooms, but empty, dusty.
There's 3 floors of different rooms, an attic, a turret, and a cellar.
In which room is the mirror? Is that in bedroom, spare room, master bedroom? Which floor?
It's in the master bedroom on the second floor, which would be the 3rd floor if you're American.
Then I guess the last thing Aris might do is you can climb up into the turret, can't you?
Yeah, you can climb into the turret, and you get onto the turret, and fantastically, you are able to observe many of the views that you've just been
I wave at them. I can see them through the window.
Hey,
I just walk outside and
shout, "Have you found any food?"
No, there's no food, Rogan.
In that house that's been abandoned for 5 years. Got any food in the pantry?
I'm coming out. I'll tell you everything I've found. And if I don't,
I was bringing the others in, so.
Or that.
Okay.
I mean, I'll meet them downstairs with a sort of a dejected look of this is a project, this is a job to get this place running. We'd have to clear everything out. We'd have to clean anything. We'd have to buy all the new furnishings. This would take, I think, weeks or maybe months.
Wolfon doesn't join with us inside, right?
No, he's too scared to go in.
I was going to say that Rogan probably would have dragged Volo in, just shuffled him in with us.
Did we leave Renner at the yawning portal without saying anything?
Renner has other arrangements where he can stay. He's fine.
Yeah, so
we
Rogan
didn't say bye to him.
When Gina beckoned us in, Rogan's gone, come on, Volo, let's head inside, and just kind of shoved him along in front of.
There's ghosts in there. I don't want to.
I didn't see any ghosts.
Me
I saw
neither,
0
Roland.
ghosts.
Do you promise to protect me from ghosts?
I need you for your song credits.
It's
true.
Still about that. Okay.
I'm
not letting that go.
Don't worry. Don't worry, Volo. We haven't signed the deed over from you yet, so we'll certainly keep you alive a little longer, at least.
Yeah.
What is that supposed to mean? Keep me alive? What?
And Rogan is just kidding. Don't worry. He sometimes talks like that because he thinks. No, he is a very like I stumble over my words trying to make up for saying stuff.
He's very important.
It's very important. Look, Volo. If there is supposed to be a ghost, like where is the ghost? Which of the rooms is the ghost room area? Because I didn't see a cellar ghost, I didn't see a tap room ghost, I didn't see a bedroom ghost or a turret ghost or a stairs ghost.
Well, no, you see, when I got this at the auction, and I must say, I paid for it a lot more than what I promised you. This cost me more than 2,000 dragons.
Wow.
So
you got ripped off.
Yeah.
It's a very large building in the historic part of the city, and I feel like I got a good bargain just because it was haunted, and I presumed that it would be haunted. Mm-hmm. It was too scared to go in.
Now, Volovont, if you come in with us, you'll be safe. We promise.
This is not one of my nicknames.
It is now.
It is now.
He huffs and goes,
Look at us.
okay, I shall go in.
Yes.
And he just very quickly goes.
I think we should ask ourselves: do we want this? And if we do, what do we do with it? Because
Well,
there's no ghosts. I have defeated him.
No, but there's dust, there's smells, there's probably vermin. There's
I've slept in worse.
There's a lot. This is a lot. Structurally, it seems like it might be sound, which is great, but
you should have seen the place that I stayed in with my friend Darren in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to see the place that you stayed in with your friend Derek.
Darren.
I really. Do we will we have to pay taxes on this? Because that's just an immediate loss if we inherit this place and we're paying for it and it's not doing anything. And
well. Okay, so let me walk you through this. I actually have some documentation. I want to give you some information before you all sign away anything. This is an establishment that you would be running, and I would not recommend that. You would just keep it as is because it's honestly a bit rubbish, and
it's fairly bad.
I think you're right. Some renovation would be required. So
some.
As you might know,
house flipping is not my thing.
As you might know, in Waterdeep, any establishment that you run has to run with the accordance of the guilds. There are many guilds in Waterdeep, but I have prepared a list of potential guilds that you would probably need to contact and make a relationship with. Those guilds include, but are not exclusive to, the Fellowship of the Innkeepers. I think that one's quite important.
Okay.
Then there's the Vintners, Distillers, and the Brewers Guild, which obviously...
Wait, can you repeat that one?
The Vintners, Distillers, and the Brewers Guild.
Okay.
Then, of course, there's the Guild of Butchers, which
of course
it's important.
Butchers, you say? Is that nearby by any chance? The Butchers Guild. Are they open? Are they selling? Selling ribs at the moment?
Well,
bacon rolls.
They are actually in the Field Ward, which is just north of here, and it wouldn't be too far. A little bit of a trek. So there's various other guilds. So I would definitely consider the Watchful Order of Magists and Protectors, which I believe Marche would be a member of.
Yes, indeed I am. Hello.
Fantastic.
Are you?
Yes, I am. I'm a resident of the Waterdeep. I'm a Waterdavian, you see. So
that's
have to be part of a guild.
Well, that's four, but there's some others, and especially if you're requiring repairs, I would specifically contact the approval and oversight of the Carpenters, Roofers, and Plasterers Guild, the Cellarers and Plumbers Guild.
Carpet, roofers, and what?
Clean bedsheets are provided by the Launderers Guild.
I see.
Street sweeping
for
any establishment is provided by the Dung Sweepers Guild and the Loyal Order of Street Labourers. And then of course, finally.
Excuse me, Vol.
Yes.
Let me just slow you down.
Yes.
Moment here.
Well, just
Is
one
there-
more. It's the Bakers Guild as well.
Bakers,
Bakers,
that's
okay.
only nine guilds that we probably have to
Musicians Guild.
pay.
Well, so I've done some preliminary calculations for you, and
Oh no, no.
So I know. Bear with me. I think this is all quite manageable. And if you are in trouble monetarily, I could recommend my good friend Mert, the moneylender, and I will put in a good word for you, and he will be able to sort you out with some help, financial.
No, I don't think that sounds like a very good idea. No, I don't think so.
No.
So I estimate that the license fees for all the guilds, which need to be paid up front, and it's a one-time payment only of 250 dragons.
No.
And then
That seems quite cheap.
and then the regular
It's not bad,
expenses
is it?
per 10 day for maintenance of various wages of running a tavern. I've asked around. Dernan told me you should expect about 50 gold pieces per 10 day, and then any guild expenses going forward would also be 10 gold pieces per 10 day, and of course then there's the restoration of the tavern itself, which I think would probably be the most significant monetary expense that you would
Yeah,
incur.
do you think so?
Well,
Furniture and yes.
Why offer us a
Yes,
reward?
I have
That's
the
10
same
times
question.
your royalties for the Guide of Monsters, and
Oh,
then
no,
present us with a reward that will only cost us money.
Well, no. You see, I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, my royalties from Volo's Guide to Spirit Inspectors are going to be far greater than whatever I offered you for the rescue of Floon Blackma. It's just that I am late and I haven't got anything else to offer.
Late
and
for what?
They're late because I haven't finished the book yet.
Ah.
When will they finish the book?
No, I haven't finished the book yet.
When are you gonna finish the book?
Well, I don't know. When will you finish your book?
I am not writing a book, sir.
Well, then how would you know? How would I know? I don't know. When
Are you still writing at this moment?
Yes,
or
of
are
course
you
I
having
am.
a writer's block?
I might be having a writer's block, yes.
Oh. Perhaps you could write a song about it, Gina. And
About writer's block and
swish his
lying
writer's block away.
writers. Lying
Like,
writer block.
this is a song about writer's block. And that's about it, yeah.
Maybe can we put
It's a
Volo
silent play.
aside for a moment, and maybe we should just, as a group of colleagues who have adventured a bit together now, and we have I think a trustworthy dynamic. Maybe we should just have 10-minute private chat.
I think that's a good idea. Yeah.
Well,
So
no, why don't you check out the rooms to see?
On
You're
my own,
cautious.
you promised to protect me.
No, but
You'll be-
we're here. If you yell,
Yeah.
we're there. In
I
2
will be
seconds.
outside, and he walks off.
All right.
Okay.
I was thinking
I
if
was
we all
hoping he got abducted by ghosts. So.
we all throw in a couple of hundred gold each, right? If we all throw in a few hundred gold each, we'll easily pay for all of the repairs.
Rogan, I am not I am not investing in a place if I'm not gonna be staying in a city, because in a couple of months, years, I am not to be tied down to one place. I am a traveler. I'm a pirate. I need to go sometimes.
I mean,
I'm not
with your talent and my fame throughout the city, we could really have a successful venture here.
Are you willing to run a tavern
I
for the
mean,
rest of your life?
I'm certainly not going to be running anything. I'll be in a position of authority, sure, but I thought more.
It's still running
You
it.
you all would probably do the actual labor.
Wow.
Nope, I'm out.
It's normally how it goes.
I think
Look,
that sounds
I
like a
think-
splendid idea.
I think there's value in like having a place like this and investing in it and refurbishing it and making money from it. But it's a huge project. It would take a long time. It takes a lot of money up front. I don't have any. This is a huge thing if we want to take this on.
Well, I may have a little tucked away, and I'm sure Rogan has some.
Who has Aris, or do I have the key?
Currently, I believe Rogan and Aris has the keys.
Can I see them?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
And while they discuss, I already said I was out. I'm blocking the conversation. I want to inspect the key and see if it's possible to recreate it with something or something.
Ooh.
I mean, do you have any tools that would help you recreate the
No,
keys?
but I am just like thinking, just brainstorming. I don't want to accept this as a reward, but we could still sleep here and still make it a hideout without owning it. We don't have to own the place for
That's
a thought.
no,
us to stay there.
No,
That's a
that's
thought.
not. No.
Right, but so just as a
Marche. This is just my
just
brain.
as,
That's
as
all.
a,
I
as a
told you I
note
can
as
read
a
your
GM,
thoughts.
right? He's giving this to you, just giving it, right? You don't have to steal the keys because you don't have to technically pay anything for it.
We've already got the keys.
Yeah, you already have the keys. If you don't make it into a tavern,
I will place the key I gave to Aris. I want to stealthily put it in my secret loot compartment.
okay.
In your snack pocket of your
In my
loot.
snack pocket.
We could hire some people to do the fixing up. I'm sure if we went down to the dock ward, we could maybe.
You literally just passed the carpenter.
I mean, he looked like he did a very good job, but I'm sure the first thing this place needs is probably a little bit of a tidy up.
Oh,
Someone to drink that vinegar. We could charge.
We
could
sell
charge
it to
by
the
the
chip
flagon.
shop.
it's a lot of vinegar.
A chip shop.
I mean, sure, Rogan.
What are chips?
We can.
Rogan.
It's a lot of money to hire people to do things.
What was it? To hire an average dock worker, but 20, 30 gold, something like that.
Rogan, we're not all as rich and powerful as you are.
Just for the viewers
Only-
at home, it
only,
is much less than 30 gold.
Moderate means and although my fame is far-reaching, I would say I'm normal, just like the rest of you.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're anything but normal, Rogan.
I think we're all anything but normal.
Agreed.
So, here's an option, Rogan.
Oh yeah.
Here's an option. I could be the project manager for the establishment, and I could oversee.
Can I just ask what your experience is? If you could just tell me a few major tavern rebuild projects you've worked on. I'm sure there's been a few.
I've worked as a trader and as a caravan escort and as a caravan trader and as a merchant and as a merchant trader and as a merchant escort and as a merchant caravan escort trader. And those all are very distinct, different jobs, different, very broad palette of experiences. And we've traded many things. We've traded wood, lumber, wood chippings, oak, ash.
Rogan has no idea what caravan traders or people do, so it sounds very prestigious to his ear. That sounds very complicated stuff.
Rogan, what's your experience in running a
Good
tavern?
question.
I mean, I've certainly owned a lot of things, so I'm used to owning buildings. I don't know if any of the rest of you here are used to owning property, but let me tell you.
Were they property that were active in the way like running a business?
I mean, I'll let other people manage the running of the property. I was more what you would say a figurehead of the establishment.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's very important for a tavern to have, is someone, that kind of shows that it has a certain status about town. I think We can all agree that I carry a certain status with my family name.
I suppose you did the PR and the marketing and the social media.
I could certainly get the people on the streets talking about it. If that's what you mean by social media,
Right.
I'm not quite
That
familiar with
or-
that term.
Good publicity.
I mean, that's important in running a tavern. You
I
know.
feel like I want Gina in charge of publicity.
I don't know if that's a good idea, but
As someone with better sort of performance skills and social skills and
true, I can write a hit song that will go viral on those social medias, and then we will be very busy.
So
But
Sorry, what are these?
And
what are
by
these
social media,
medias
they
people
mean
keep referencing?
broadsheets. They mean broadsheets.
Is that what the Waterdeep news is called? Okay, that makes sense.
Gina, have you changed your mind? Are you in?
No, I'm still out.
Oh, but you said you would do the publicity for the tavern.
As long as I'm here, but I will leave as soon as I want to.
Oh,
And I'm not
That's
invested.
fair.
So if you'll have me on the team, that's fine.
yes, of course.
I am not paying a single coin for this place.
Marche, how do you feel?
Yeah, well, this sounds like a spiffing adventure.
Adventure? It sounds
Yes, I've always dreamed of having somewhere and making it my own. I didn't really ever have anywhere of my own. So
Didn't you have a potion shop?
no.
You mean that you just lived in a room of a castle, but it wasn't your castle? Is that what you mean?
Something more like a school. I lived in a room of a school. So I never really had anything, and I never really had any friends, as it were.
Apart from Stephen.
He's definitely not my friend. Any friends that would do this sort of thing. So this sounds wonderful. I'm happy to contribute as much as is necessary. Really,
I mean, I think your skills and your own sharp mind would be as helpful as anything here as a member of the team.
Who's
look.
sharp mind? Sorry.
Yours.
Mine. Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, I thought you were speaking to me.
I
Sorry.
knew that's what you
Eris.
meant. Of course.
So we could then so we could inherit this. We could buff it up,
Yes.
and I feel like Rogan might have to be the person getting some of the initial capital behind that, and then that would get paid back, and Gina can be as much part of things as she wants to be, but not tied to it. That's an arrangement we can work out. I'm actually very happy to take on some of the, management and refurbishment duties and things like this. This could be great, but I just think we all need to understand that this is a huge project, and this will take a long time and probably a lot of hard work and energy. And
if the other thing is, if it's not going as well, or we perhaps don't gel as a team as well as we hoped, then we could give it away to someone else.
Give it away. We sell it. We will.
Sell it.
Sell.
Whatever. But
Sell.
it's not. We're not trapped within it. We can move on.
Okay.
Did Eris
That makes
share
sense, yeah.
the words on the mirror with us?
No, I haven't mentioned that yet.
Sorry, the words.
No, I just asked that as a player, not as the character.
Oh, okay.
No, actually, it's probably worth me if I start saying everything I've seen. That can come up as I say, hey, I've checked out all these rooms, everything's empty. Somebody wrote closing time on the mirror.
What was the closing time?
I don't know. Maybe it's probably just their last message of whoever was, because they were closing. I don't know. I didn't think anything of it. It's probably not significant. Do you think it's significant? Yeah, I mean, you can go and it's a huge mirror. It's like the one piece of furniture or whatever that's left in the whole place.
We can. I mean, I'm not. I'm maybe not as vain as yourself. I don't really need to go check a mirror. But if you feel like you want to go look into it again, that's okay.
I've already looked into. It's just a mirror. It's just a nice full. It's a good feature in there. It's something we probably don't have to replace. It's an asset.
And you say there was nothing else in there?
I didn't really look very closely. I mean, it's just a mirror.
Perhaps the bailiffs have been in.
Perhaps the bailiffs have been.
Perhaps
I don't know.
they
Maybe.
wrote on there.
Maybe you should have a look at the mirror.
Maybe not.
Some time passes, and you have been debating for a while, and eventually you realize that you reached an agreement a while ago, and it's Volo rushes you along and says, "Look, we have a meeting. We have to sign the documents and stuff like that. There's, we can't delay any longer." And you find yourselves in the castle ward, at the courthouse in the castle ward. After a brief time sitting uncomfortably on a pew with some other people who you don't know, who've been called into this room one after the other, you arrive at a fairly mundane-looking room with just a bunch of books and documents and...
Yes.
No pun intended.
The cubes.
And paperwork.
I nearly corrected you there, Nefka.
Sorry?
I nearly corrected you there. Like, no pun intended. What? What you said?
And there's a woman dressed in fine regalia with a white robe and a green sash, and she says, Yes, come in, please sit down. My name is Magistrate Silmerhelv. If you could just, Volotham has informed me of the transfer of the deed of the manor in Troll Skull Alley. As you can see outlined in the documents, the manor is pictured on the map here as the correct location, and the name is to be changed by you if you would like. The fee for the transfer of the deed would be 25 dragons, which are payable right now. And if you could hurry this along, it's just about my lunchtime, and there is a dray carriage rider who's been desperately trying to court the Air Genasi herbalist, and so far it's been very comical, and I want to observe it because every day he brings her flowers and she makes a mockery of him. It's delightful, and it's only 10 minutes away from now, so...
The moment she says like the 25 gold, I want to look at Wolof and like...
I have no money.
It's all right. It's all right, everyone. I suppose I can pay this small admin fee. Not a problem.
Please erase 25
into my
from
bag
your character sheet.
Just start rooting. Just start rooting.
Coins.
Start rooting through coins and go. Oh, yeah. I think I've probably got some coins, small coins in here somewhere.
Oh, you got 16 dragons from the sewer.
Yeah, and then a bunch of shards and nibs as well, which
we got
is not
we got loads of stuff.
amount.
We've got 250 nibs, which is
82 shards.
82 shards. But Rogan's just gonna go in. He can't be bothered counting loose change like nibs, so he's just gonna go into his little satchel and grab out the required amount of coins and just go, here you are. Here's some pocket change. Whatever. Just
great.
Get the form signed.
Great, thank you very much. If I could have your signature here, and just before you sign, please put down the name of the new owner and also what will be the name of the building going forward.
Oh.
Kind of look to everyone and I was like, considering my family's fame, I thought maybe Morbash Manor might be appropriate.
Oh, that.
He's quietly. I mean, this is. Rogan is a little slow off the mark, but he's beginning to realize that maybe people don't actually know who he is, and this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity for him to finally start to build some form of reputation.
Do you want your name on that crappy building?
In Waterdeep.
I like Morbash Manor. That sounds good.
I feel Aris has got no particular desire to be like super famous or flex or anything. And yeah, I feel if Rogan's probably putting in some of the initial investment of things, and he is keen on making this work, and he is actually a person who is like, I feel like he would genuinely make the effort to make things happen. I don't know.
Hire people to make the things happen, but
yeah, I feel like that's not unreasonable. I'm okay with that.
I mean, I have no I am.
Whilst you are
just here for
talking amongst each other and how to name it, the magistrate just writes down Morbash Manor and hands you the documents and says, "Please sign here." Hands you a quill, dips it in ink. Okay, good.
That's a very fancy.
If you could just, sorry, I just need to. She opens up a drawer, gets out her lunchbox, and I need to lock up behind me. So if you could, please, quickly. She rushes you out and locks the door behind and runs off, shouting, "Oh, I hope I'm not late. And that's the last you see of her.
Morbash Manor. It's got a certain prestigious ring to it.
Well, hopefully we can turn it into a really good place.
Yes, let's hope so.
You know, something of a base of operations for us, but also a business and a
lovely
some
place to
stability.
hang out.
Well, now
so.
I think of it, I know maybe some people that are looking for a job. Anyway,
Really?
Bonnie's brothers.
Ah, indeed.
Just a
Hey,
flashback
good
to
point.
episode 1 when Gina was trying to talk to the barmaid at the yawning portal, Bonnie, and whilst she didn't have time, her friend, the bard Free Strings, who wasn't very good,
Friend.
mentioned that Bonnie's brothers are looking for work, and he's hoping that they don't get mixed up in the wrong crowds or whatever, and could really do with the job. So, yeah, there's definitely some people who are looking for work.
Perhaps they could work for food and board as we get ourselves up and running.
Or perhaps
At least we keep them from the streets then. Well, we first need to clean up before we can do anything. So.
Yeah.
Perhaps we could
okay.
check out that bent nail at Carpenter's as well,
That
maybe.
seems like a good first place.
And maybe we could send word to Bonnie's brothers, if that's possible, to get them.
Well, I first need to talk to Bonnie, but
That's good. That's something you can do. We can hire some of these carpenters and handy people to sort of tidy up and I guess get the boards off the windows, vacuum everything.
what's
Wait,
the vacuum?
what's a vacuum? Sorry.
Oh, it's a kind of
I think it's an artificer thing, isn't it? I've heard of these.
It's a phrase I've heard. It's a phrase I've heard going around. I'm sure Marche knows these things actually better, but
Is it like a fancy broom?
basically,
I believe so. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Let's go and see this carpenter.
I'd also quite like to go to that Steam and Steel. Rogan's kind of like gently just kind of running his finger along the acid burned edge of his chainmail plate that he's wearing.
There's still a big hole in there, yeah?
Some minor repairs to my armor might be necessary also.
Here's a thought. Instead of turning this place into a tavern, we've got rather a lot of vinegar already. Perhaps we could just sell vinegar. No? Oh. Okay.
Well, you can sell it from.
Perhaps you could turn it into a potion of some sort.
we can certainly mark it down on the list as an asset.
Yes. I thought you meant mark it down like it's cheaper than the wine.
Marche it down.
That's the kind of jibe I'm talking about to Gina.
Some time passes. You have left the castle ward and returned to Trollskull Alley, where one of you has expressed the wish to visit the Bent Nail, the local carpenter. You are greeted by a chipper half-elf man who raises his arms as soon as he sees you. Yes, friends.
Sorry.
I'm sorry if we met before.
No, we haven't met before. Yes, friends, please come inside.
He's just being friendly. He's just being friendly.
This is my shop, the Bent Nail. My name is Talsilovnar, but you can call me Tally Fellbranch.
Talsilovnar, what a lovely name. Hello.
So, well, hi.
I tell you.
Hello.
We are proprietors. We're
Yes.
proprietors now. We're proprietors. We recently we have an establishment, and we need to do proprietor things, which is we'll need to do some proprieting, some repairs, some woodwork, some finishings.
Yes,
some cleaning.
woodwork. I am very good at that. I have a lot of practice.
So, as a
I have had
carpenter.
this shop for 25 years. I can make all kinds of furniture: chairs, tables, stools, bars, bookshelves. Would you like wooden sword? I also have wooden shield.
No, but how about we will need most of these things at some point, and probably just varnishing things and generally making things look good again. We're sort of down the street here. Do you want to sort of you could come and we're down the street. We're down the street. You could come.
You
down
put
the
that
street.
crab hole down the street.
Oh no!
Told you guys.
That's what happens to be so funny about Morbash Manor.
Is it now no longer Trollskull Manor?
Well, we're going to completely we're going to refurbish everything, and you can be part of that. I mean, unless you don't want us to pay you to help us. Maybe you don't want us to pay you to help us. Maybe you don't want.
Okay,
money.
no,
it's
okay.
fine.
I joke.
I
joke.
It was a lot to ask. It was. I'm
no,
sorry.
no.
I'm sorry. It was an insult to you.
No.
We already got a cheaper offer. The guy was less money, and we thought he seems a bit shoddy, but he was charging, so we'll go with him.
Make a check, a
Nice.
charisma check, some sort of bargaining check. Why am I so bad at remembering the actual names of skills?
Is it still deception?
I do want
13.
No, it's not deception. That's not an appropriate skill. An appropriate skill would be, I don't know.
performance, persuasion.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
Yes,
Persuasion.
there you go.
Yeah, 13.
More
But-
deception, isn't that? Deception, deceiving. So like a blatant lie, right?
No, it's not deception. Yeah, this is just like haggling. This is persuasion, definitely. Listen. I have personal interest in making this building a little bit nicer because it is right on the doorstep of my alley. When people come to the Bent Nail, they can see this horrible eyesore, orange stain on a fine local area. I will help.
Well, thank you.
I still need to get paid for materials and time spent, but as we are now new neighbors, I am willing to make a discount.
Great.
So I will do the best that I can by helping out with furniture, but I will let you know that everything has to be done under guild work. So if you want to start carrying out renovations, you might not know this, but the law in Waterdeep says that you first must acquire permission from guilds. I belong to the Carpenters Guild, and the Playsterers, and etc. The Carpenter bit is what I care about. but I can put you in touch with the guilds. But there's other guilds that will help you out with the cleaning of the tavern. You do not have to do that yourself. You will have to become a member of the guild and pay guild fees, but they will come and do it for you. So that is not something you have to do yourself. After that, once you've paid your guild dues to the carpenters and plaisterers and etc. guild, I can come in and look into the matters for you, and also provide you with any furniture that we need. But we have to do everything above board.
Sure.
Yes, of course. Of
Good.
course.
Well, I love your discount idea, and I certainly wouldn't have any problem letting everybody know that once the place is looking fabulous and spick and span, that it was your contribution that led us towards this.
Put a little plaque up or something that says Telly's work, or
Well, we'll see.
like
We'll
this.
see about plaques maybe when everything is finished.
Oh well, it's lovely to have you as a neighbour.
Yes.
Telly, did you hear about funny stories about Skull Manor? Or
What funny stories?
well, some people. Well, maybe I thought maybe I heard some stories because it's been abandoned.
You were laughing when you mentioned it
Yes.
the first time, so maybe we thought you had some funny stories.
Haunting. Yes, I heard stories. I don't know about haunting. There used to be an elf who owned the tavern named Leif. I have not seen him in 5 years' time. But I will say, I do sometimes hear some of the windows that haven't been boarded up properly smashing against each other. And I don't know, maybe it's ghost or maybe it's just wind.
Probably wind.
Probably the wind. Yes, just a bit of wind.
A ghost has a better thing to do with its time than just open and close windows.
Yes, I have not been inside. Maybe there is ghost, maybe there isn't.
We had a look. We didn't see any ghosts.
Well, then everything is probably fine.
It's probably fine.
How long have you been here?
Oh, I have been here for 25 years.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I believe you said that already. So you saw this tavern when it was in its.
Oh, many a times I have been inside and had drinks and.
But there was no ghosts then.
Oh no ghosts. No, it was a fine establishment. Really, really good ales and also quite good pie.
Good pie.
Very good pie. I miss it very much.
pie.
In fact,
Pie, you say?
if you were to find maybe the cookbook that they had with the recipe or something, I would very much like to get my hands on it because I miss that pie very much.
Well, perhaps you could come over and have the pie.
All right.
Do you know the recipe?
No, but
But if you can find the recipe, I would appreciate it because the pie was one of the reasons many people from all across Waterdeep, not just Northern Ward, would come to Trollskull Manor.
No, we shouldn't give you the recipe so easily, though. If it's a signature dish.
Well, as we say in the North Ward of Waterdeep, a neighbor isn't just a neighbor is a friend.
It's lovely to have you as a friend and a neighbor.
Interesting.
Yes. Yes. If
So
we
it
find
sounds
this
like we've
recipe,
Some guilds to sign up to, perhaps.
I will get in
does.
touch with my guild, and I think you should definitely get yourself signed up to the guilds and make sure that they sort everything out for you and everything is legal and above board.
Yes.
Because you
Yes.
could go to jail for this. This is serious business.
But we only need to be registered once we start something, right? Not for owning it.
You the owners of the tavern now? But then yes,
Oh,
you need
yes.
to register. You're a fully registered tavern.
But it's not a tavern right now.
What do you think it is?
It's
a
a
dump.
dump.
yes, agreed.
Well, I all I'm saying. Look, I'm not city guard. I'm just saying that you need to be. This is serious business. Be careful.
Well, thank you for your wise words,
Friends?
friend.
I we should definitely touch all the relevant right authorities and do things by the book, which could be slow and complicated, but I think we can and should do that. Aris is also interested in going back into the tavern and doing a more thorough, like, basement to roof investigation of every nook and cranny.
Just before we go, can I buy something like a little wooden trinket off this carpenter?
Yeah, you can.
Just for like goodwill.
What would you like?
I don't know. What's he got?
He's got a little toy horse.
Oh,
Ooh,
It's quite nice. It's nicely carved.
that's quite nice.
how big? Like, is it going to encumber me?
It's about that big.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
He will charge you 5 shards for it.
Rogan, could you give this chap 5 shards, please? It's 5
So,
the little ones.
It's
Sure,
exquisite
I mean-
craftsmanship.
I suppose I do carry
No,
all
not
of the
those
takings
little
from
ones.
the.
The other little ones.
Oh yes. Oh, sorry.
Yes,
sorry,
thank
yes.
you. Lovely.
The smaller
Good.
coin. Yes.
Lovely, wonderful. Thank you. Look at this lovely rocking horse I've got. Look how he rocks.
Look how he rolls.
Look how he... Indeed, Gina.
Okay.
Perhaps, is that a song you're working on?
Of course it is. I'm working on so many songs.
I'm going to
look forward to
accelerate
it.
things a little bit.
Sorry.
Here. You do want to investigate the tavern further, and you go back and you get in touch with various guilds and fill out like a bunch of paperwork over the course of the day. Your total expenditures, Rogan, for joining all the guilds, as Volotham Gadam has mentioned, is 250 dragons.
I was getting bored carrying around all those coins anyway.
Yeah, that does not include any of the costs of renovation, although you were told that someone will come and clean it up. As part of the what's that guild called? 1 second.
There's so
as
many
part
of them.
of the the Cellarers and Plumbers Guild, who will come and sort out the basement.
Nice.
And also, the Street Sweepers and Dunk Sweepers Guild.
Street
So
sweepers.
the Dunk Sweepers Guild and the Loyal Order of Street Laborers will come and like basically sweep out all
Dung
the.
sweeper.
The Dunk
Yeah,
Sweepers
okay.
Guild and the Loyal Order of Street
Okay,
Laborers will come and
okay.
sort out the
Nice.
yard and the garden and all of that stuff and so sanitation and the outside upkeep of everything is going to be sorted out by someone else.
Yay.
You don't need to
The
do
council.
that. But the tavern itself, you later return to Tally.
I just said
Yeah, once you have cleaned up a little bit and you spent a significant amount of time.
Before
go on.
we clean up
Yeah.
too much, I wanted to check out the mirror before that got wiped off.
Oh yeah, it's just a mirror that says closing time. Someone written with their finger on it in the dust.
If I make a smiley face on it, does something happen?
No,
There's now a smiley face.
there's no smiley. Yeah.
In the
Okay,
dust.
yeah,
There's
sure.
a smiley face in the dust. Okay. So you start cleaning it up. Eventually, Tally returns and does a survey of the area of what kind of furniture he'll need, and he makes a list. I will need to make at least 6 tables, 20 chairs, some bookcases. I will need to repair this bar. I will need to make a coat hanger. And he continues onwards and onwards.
Hang up.
That's good. We need to know these things. This is
thorough.
good,
Yeah. He mentions a bunch of beds and wardrobes and fixing up the windows, unboarding them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's the price then?
Well, he tells you the price is the total of 800 gold pieces.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah.
That is quite a lot of money, isn't it?
I thought we were friends.
That's with a discount.
Can I do persuasion?
So here's the thing: you already did that. That is with the applied discount. He was originally going to quote you 1,000 gold pieces. So there's no more. You can't. He's already doing
That's
you a
the
favor.
final
Yeah.
bottom
That is
line
him
price.
persuaded.
Yes. That
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. You don't have to pay it all at once. Happily,
Okay.
he'll
Oh,
say.
great.
Is there what do you call it? Interest.
No, I mean he says you can pay half now and half after the job is complete.
400, that's nothing.
Which he estimates will take him about 12 days in total to make all the furniture and stuff like that.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. He's not going to be working on his own, and that's also part of the cost. He's going to, hire some help because there's a lot to do. And that is sort of the technical part, but that happens. All of this happens on the same day, and then you go to sleep on the floor or whatever
With the pickle
bedrolls you
fumes.
had. You have vinegar for breakfast, I guess. But when you wake up, one thing has happened. There is a letter, a sealed parchment, waiting for you through the letterbox of the main door of Morbash Manor.
Open it.
Brogan, it's
Okay,
your
this-
establishment. Open it up.
Yeah, this must be.
There is a seal
A
of a
local
serpent.
king must have written to me hearing that I've purchased an establishment.
Okay. One of the many local kings that there are.
Yeah. There's a seal with a serpent, and it's addressed to the residents of Morbash Manor and the rescuers of Floon Blackmar.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Gonna open the envelope and pull a sheet of paper out to have a look at it. And I suppose I'll read it, but my internal voice sounds a lot like Efka. So
Okay.
let's see what it says.
Yeah. It says, impressed with the job you did with Floon. We have work for you. Want to be a part of something big? Speak to Davil Starsong at the Yawning Portal.
Devil Star Song.
That sounds like a good performance name.
You will remember Davil Starsong. You've semi-met him before. Do you remember the half-orc mercenary Yagra?
Yes.
She was guarding Davil Starsong's table.
Oh, yeah. I feel like being part of something big. I feel like we are part of something big in the amount of money that we're.
Yes. But we could.
I will also remind you that Davil Starsong is part of the Jantarim, and which you know. And I will also remind you that another big name in Waterdeep, Maloon War Dragon, asked you to infiltrate the Jantarim.
I feel
These are all
like
things that I definitely remember very clearly. Almost as if they were yesterday.
Do you feel like we're getting ourselves in a little deep with things sometimes?
I think, now we have the tavern, it's the perfect opportunity to build our fame as a band of adventurers in Waterdeep. Gina can spread our story far and wide, and surely enough soon, we'll have our own guild, I have no doubt.
The Morbash Guild.
And that's where we'll end today. Thank you everyone for watching. Today was the birth of Morbash Manor, and I look forward to seeing
Morbash Manor.
how
I like that
it
name
turns
a lot.
out in the end.
Was this a good idea, or are we just throwing ourselves into massive debt?
What you would call
That's
money.
that.
Hey,
Yeah.
who knows?
I'm-
We'll
I'm
find
money
out.
pit.
We'll find out if the tavern makes any profit, and I will say that is entirely down to you.
Yep. We got to still hire people. We got to pay for the food and drinks.
Yes, yes, all of that. Yes,
We do.
all of these things.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you had a lovely time. Would any of you like to say anything before we go? No? Hopefully see you next... Oh, okay.
I just want to say this could be great. I mean, this could be really cool and interesting. It could be a wonderful base of operations and a thing to run and a project, or it could be a disaster.
I think
I look forward to finding
Rogan's-
out.
Rogan's confident that all of the rest of you will do the hard work required to make this a success.
Gina
there
is
is-
still not on board. But she's here for
I
the
think
right.
that's, first of all, that's fair. I think Gina actually has a really sensible attitude here, which is that this could be useful to her, but she doesn't need to be tied to it. And hopefully Aris is a practical enough person that he will direct things in a practical. I don't know. He's telling mostly the truth about his past. He's done some practical jobs, and he's a sensible.
So far, you're not
man.
getting paid for your work, though, and you needed money.
No, but hopefully there'll be a return on that in time when things are.
Well, you gotta ask Rogan about that because he's gonna be your boss.
Right. You are right.
I mean, Rogan's going to be destitute if this keeps up. So I think it probably needs to draw some money at some point.
Hopefully, we will see everybody next
In a week's
week.
time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.